This Saturday of college football rolls on with a mid-afternoon feast. What a scene this is, a veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe that they hope leaves the visitors dizzy. It's the Wyoming Cowboys and the Gales. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Hey guys, Coach Sawvell told me before the game, this is going to be a huge challenge to get this upset on the road. Not only is this one of the best quality opponents they have faced so far, it is a quality crowd. You can hear from the noise. This crowd is ready to get after it. A very hostile environment. We will see how they handle it, and I will keep you posted how it's going down here on the field. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. Every time he gets a chance to make a play, the entire stadium holds its breath.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in. We just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it.
Fires one high and deep. A 50-50 ball, and he just out-fought the defender and made the catch.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Now the Gales have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll go right back to the run. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Now the Gales want to pick up the tempo. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he got it oh so close to that 1st down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Switch it.
The give to the left. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty, so important at the college level. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Back to pass, it's Hughes. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And how about the inside linebacker flying through there? You see those guys come up, and you see how fast they can come up and fit the run. But how about blitzing the quarterback, getting to the quarterback, getting the big sack?
And the Cowboys with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Catch in the middle, it's Holman. And tackled there by the defense.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind.
There's some room. And he's finally down, sliding in safely after the huge pickup. The Cowboys will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll run it. It's Harris. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustard and Brown. They're on the board first here in the season opener. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And they tacked on the extra point. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Here comes the Gales offense onto the field. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Quickly complete. Goes down immediately, but that's just what they needed. It'll be a 1st down. Now the Gales are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, running back gets to give. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Gales.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the point after is good. They march 79 yards on the drive, and the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Pulls it, fired complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Hughes. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Breaks the tackle. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat. Soft spot in the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Harris. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. And the Cowboys will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Here's the return. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. First play of the period, first down here. Give to the back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. On the run, it's Harris. Might have a chance. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he tacks on the extra point. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Gales offense onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to... Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now. We got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen warmed up.
Breaks into the open. And he waltzes in for the score. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here comes the Gales offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer,
maybe some room here. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. Now the Gales racing to the line in the hurry-up. They go to the ground. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Working that left side. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a 1st down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Looking down the middle. Oh, look, Mom, one hand. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And it looks as if we're going to get a timeout here as a man is shaken up. You hate to see this, all of the work in the offseason and injury this early in the year. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Here's the handoff. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. Crosses midfield. Past the 30. The 20. He's at the end with the pick 6. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next one.
Heel off one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Pressure coming. Right on the money. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. Now the Gales come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass, it's Hughes. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Makes the grab on the right. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Harris. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking downfield very late in the half. Touchdown, Cowboys! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. The give to the left side. Makes it past the marker. Good gain there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with Baylor taking on the Auburn Tigers.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Looking for a man. It's Hughes. Blasted as he lets it go. And can't make the connection on the soft toss. Looks as if we have an injured Cowboy on the play. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Pulls it on the option. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He'll keep it again on the option. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The Cowboys will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Gales offense onto the field. Leaves it with the running back. Picked up maybe 3 on the play. It's 2nd and 7. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
And you want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Lets it fly. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Touchdown, Gales. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Trying play action. Oh, they're after him. He's on the move. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
The number one key for this defense coming into this game was finding a way to stop this quarterback from running the football. And guys, they have not done a good job of that early in this game. He has been able to get out of the pocket, whether it's been designed runs or scrambles like on what we just saw.
Here's a little room there. Picks up the first down. The 20, the 10, and he scores! Touchdown, Wyoming!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Gales offense onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. He lobs one high down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, no question where this quarterback is going to be trying to go with the football in this game, right? He's looking for his big play wide out, and the defense knows it. They had him double covered that time.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Now the Gales will snap it on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Rides to the back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Absolutely center cut.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver comes in motion. The run inside. It's Harris. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Looking to pass. It's Hughes. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Cowboys send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Makes a move. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Give to the running back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Escapes the pressure going right. They get to him as he throws.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Makes a grab past the marker. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It'd be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first three periods. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down.
Man, when you're down and it's the fourth quarter, we got to do this. We got to go for it, and that's the second time on this drive they've gone for it. The second time they've got it. Whatever it takes, it's go time, we're down, and we got to continue to make plays.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They'll try it over the left side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Facing third and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. They go right back to him. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Already proven reliable. Once he'll try a second field goal, this one a 37-yarder. Right down the boulevard.
And I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the fourth quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here.
Right. Lily.
Gonna run it. It's Harris. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance. Convert these 3rd downs.
The Cowboys decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here comes the Gales offense onto the field. And the defense got the stop. They could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got enough for the first. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the...
Finding some room. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. He now has 106 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. On target.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by...
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Gales. And they add 6 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that? Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back into the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit whole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation if they're expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
On to attempt the try. Smashes it through for the PAT. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and the capper came on a 34-yard jaunt to the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, Dick.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
They'll run the option. Could be an alley. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll move the wide receiver. Spins away from the defender. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Fighting off the defender. Ball is loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Scooped it! Scored it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Wyoming!
And that is an outstanding effort offensively to again, but what's been going on with the tackling defensively, that's been the biggest issue. Sometimes football just comes down to fundamentals or lack thereof, and that's been the case defensively. Just not able to wrap up and get these offensive players onto the ground. 2 huge broken tackles on that long explosive play, and that's been the story for this defense.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And they did tack on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And that is how you finish with a 54-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. Wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And back to the air on second down. And this is dropped and incomplete, and that's sort of a microcosm of how this game has gone, and time has run out. I know this is disappointing, but plenty of teams have suffered early losses and come back to have great seasons. I mean, think of 1983 Miami. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Thunderbirds and the Gales. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Thunderbirds head coach. He is very concerned about this crowd. It is a tough place to play, and with this home crowd, he knows that this is going to be one of their biggest challenges so far of the season. Can they get an upset on the road with this crowd noise, with this environment? He says his team has to stay locked in and focused to make it happen on the road today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Now the Thunderbirds offense will get the football first. And here comes the junior running back. The ground game on him to pick up those tough yards and take care of the ball. Jackson gonna throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're gonna take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And it's the Thunderbirds in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
3rd down defense is so pivotal in a football game. In this 3rd down, nice job. Good coverage in the back end, but the rush gets home, forcing the 4th down. Nice start for this defense.
The Thunderbirds will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and look for room. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Frankly, they've been looking forward to this matchup all week. The coaching staff imploring him to go after this guy. Leaves it with the back.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
There's a crease. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Now the Gales are facing 3rd and inches. To the ground to try to move the chains. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? They're testing the right side here. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, I tell you what, those backup running backs, they don't get very...
Now we'll hang on here. The coach is calling a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The give to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Winning 1st down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that 1st down.
Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Now the Gales trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just one timeout to work with. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to power it in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Gales!
Well, the offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Breaks free, and he might be gone. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big body.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
And it's the Thunderbirds now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Jackson will throw. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Man, what a play by the wide receiver, just holding on to that football. That was a massive hit given to him by the defense. And you know when you're going to go over the field, there's a chance that happens. You're going to get hit anyway. You might as well make the catch. That was a tremendous job by the receiver.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Makes a grab and room to run. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Thunderbirds come to the line in the hurry-up. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Touchdown, Thunderbirds! Makes the catch, plenty of room, feet down in the end zone.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. A quick pass to the left. Makes him talk to the hand. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. And with that last grab coming up just short of the sticks, plenty of options here on second and short. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And sometimes as a quarterback, man, you're sitting on that sideline and you watch the other guy go out and just deal, right? And put together a drive, score a touchdown, and you want to come out and you want to answer and you want to be aggressive. And sometimes you take shots, sometimes you force things. So I would recommend to him just stay within the offense, take what the defense gives you. Don't be too aggressive.
Hand off from the shotgun.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Now the Gales look to keep this drive humming. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They'll leave it with him. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. A manageable distance on third down as they try to convert from the 20. They'll keep it on the ground. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll give it to the back. Got a little grass, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gales!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. They'll run play action. Fires downfield. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
A run for the quarterback. Stopped immediately. Might have gotten a little cute with that run on third and long, and they got nothing to show for it. And it's the Thunderbirds will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and tries to help improve that field position. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Gales offense onto the field. They'll go to the ground. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Maybe a crease. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the tailback. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now the Gales moving quickly to the line. Power football with the run. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he's in! Touchdown, Gales! His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And wings it incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Lowers those pads. Touchdown, Thunderbirds! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll try the left side. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking for a big play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Complete.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39.
Here we go. Ready. Ready, go.
Jackson gonna throw it. Strong pass rush. Gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Heaves it deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Thunderbirds will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Deep in his own territory as he reels in that punt. That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down deep in his own end. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. To the air on 2nd down. It's complete on the right side. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a 3-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. And when you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Caught over the middle. It's strong. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Now the Gales will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Hauls it in, looking for space. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. We'll see how aggressive they are trying to put up points before the break. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Jackson will throw. Here's the pressure. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up 1 on the play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, and time is running short. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 5 team, the Texas Longhorns. And it's the Buckeyes getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Bringing things back to your game, one more refresher on how the first half went down. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And it's the Thunderbirds will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Here comes the Gales offense onto the field. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Now the Gales headed quickly to the line.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Give to the running back. Crosses to 35. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays.
There's some room. Past the 20. Touchdown, Gale. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
They'll try to... more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the capper came on that 62-yard run to the house. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Jackson gonna throw it.
And man, the big fella's up.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Upstairs, he's got it. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Thunderbirds have it with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out?
Shakes a man, and he might take off. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. And it's the Thunderbirds want to crank the tempo. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Might have a chance. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The Thunderbirds trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. The snap sets up the throw. Touchdown, Thunderbirds! Into the end zone for 6. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Gales offense onto the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Makes a catch. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. Now the Gales are rolling down the field.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Fires to the middle. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down. Doesn't convert this time. Now the Gales will try to pick it up on 4th down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Here we go. Ready? Red 34.
Handoff from the gun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. And it's the Thunderbirds who are in the hurry-up. Got his man. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks. That's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response. Just a sack party.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Jackson will throw. Pocket breaking down. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. And the field goal unit is on the field. Absolutely perfect. The lead now trimmed to 28-24.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This should be the last play of the quarter. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want.
Maybe some room here. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll ride the hot hand. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Now the Gales want to move quickly. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Touchdown, Gales! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. They're up 35-24. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something.
And everything's going to have to be downfield. That's a nice start to this drive, but they're going to need to score, get the ball back quickly, and score again.
Upstairs to make the catch.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Jackson going to throw it. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Hauls it in. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. Looking to throw. Here comes the heat. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Here's the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Rushes on him. Whips it out in the flat. And they knock him down in the backfield. Outstanding play by the defense.
And this is not decision time. This offense, it's green light the rest of the game. Down multiple possessions, got to go for it on 4th down. Probably had that in mind. It's a little shorter 4th down, but this offense has got to stay fast-paced and got to make some explosive plays.
You got all 3 timeouts left in your back pocket. You're down a possession here late in the 4th quarter. You do not have to kick an onside kick. If you trust your defense, you use your timeouts wisely, you can have a lot of time left on offense to go and win this game.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Back to the ground game on the left. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Bully ball on third and short. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to put this one in the vault. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And that won't quite be enough for the first down as he's knocked down just short of the sticks.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
They make the stop and the clock strikes zero, and that will do it for this one. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle,